Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll try the left side. Vick. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Jackson. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp, who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught, Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Returning right back to Lockett. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out.
And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Sanders has it over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers for Sanders last week, I asked him before the game, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. It's Graham again with a catch, just like the last play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. First down, the run with Lynch.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Following the penalty, Lynch. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Richardson looking to throw.
This to Graham on the short pass. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he appears to be about 2 feet short of 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Richardson.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Clark.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. You look at this defense for the Vikings.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
A throw left side, complete to Clark. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, Vick. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter play.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this.
That one complete to Bettis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. Oh, what a move.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And Graham on the grab. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Richardson. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
In motion left goes Sanders.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now it's Richardson.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Graham. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson will return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he fends him off. Shakes, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. He was bobbing and weaving and trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end, did it?
Impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Under pressure, they got him again. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Richardson's throw caught by Sanders.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
The connection made. It's Graham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A toss play. This is Lynch. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The Vikings sit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go now. Grab your lion.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Lynch. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson will return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. They'll try the left side. Vick. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. On the slant, he's got Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Richardson to the air on first down.
He finds Lynch. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Back to the air with Richardson.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete.
And they will have a first down, as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Slant route caught by Edelman. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws, and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him, when he's driving home, to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. Now Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Richardson got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. The Broncos trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The rookie from Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs, with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Deebo Samuel, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 36,
Richardson.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Back to throw. Richardson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
An inside run with Lynch. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Lynch up the middle.
Matt Milano, an all-pro last year, in on the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Vikings are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Up the middle they run with Bettis.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Lynch.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. 4 yards remain on 2nd down, ball on the 10.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out.
And the Vikings just continue to roll. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Jackson. He's got it complete to Clark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
3rd and 5.
Here's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready, break. Line 17. Oh, you got deep. Line 17.
Jackson on 1st down.
Throw out wide is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Jackson will throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Panthers.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 60.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Johnson now returning. Now here's Johnson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They go up the middle with Lynch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here's a give to Lynch.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a give up the middle to Bettis. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all